Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. In this video I want to go over a side quest that I found that's really interesting, and to be honest, when you hear the rumors and talk to people in this game, they usually mention seeing a ghost or strange things like that. So naturally my curiosity kicked in. As I started digging into it, I uncovered the backstory that completely pulled me away from the main mission. Every time I come across a side quest like this, I feel like, yeah, I need to make a video about it because it's just too good to skip. And in this particular quest, not only do you get a cool experience, but you also end up with some valuable loot. So in this video, I'll walk you through the main mission and show you what happens along the way. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is to travel to Brayville. Just open your map, click on Brayville and fast travel there, or just get there by foot. Once you arrive, start talking to people, literally anyone you see, because some of them will start dropping hints, mentioning ghosts, or bringing up other side quests and rumors around the city. But what you really want to do is keep asking around, especially the guards. One guard in particular, usually standing near the city gate, tends to talk about the ghost that we are going to track down in this mission. So keep an eye out for him. When you find him, talk to him and hit the rumors option. He'll tell you about a ghost haunting the area just outside Brayville near Niben Bay. So usually when you talk to people, they just talk about the recent rumors, but there are times that a rumor is just been there for a long time, so I suggest you to just do that first, so you're gonna open up more opportunity for side quests. Alright, let's get back into it. The guard also mentioned that if you're curious to know more, you should speak to someone named Gilgunderin, who you'll find at the Silver Moon Inn.
If you're interested, you may want to see Gilgunderin at Silver Home on the Water. When it comes to local legends, he's the best in town.
At this point, the quest marker should update on your map. It's really close to the guard that you talk to, so head over to the Silver Moon Inn. When you walk in, you'll see the bartender standing there. He's the guy you want to talk to. Strike up a conversation and you get a dialogue option about the ghost. Once you ask him about it, he'll explain that the ghost isn't dangerous and has never harmed anyone. Apparently, it just shows up near Niben Bay around 8 PM every night. To be honest, this NPC is really kind enough to mark the ghost location on your map, which is super helpful. Honestly, he's a really chill NPC, doesn't ask for anything in return. Once you had that chat, it's time to head out and see what this ghost is all about. But before we jump into that, I really appreciate you if you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It really helps me out a lot. Alright, let's get back to it and go find that ghost we've been hearing about. Alright, after you leave the inn, it's time to open up your map and check out where you need to go next. The location should already be marked for you. This is the spot where we'll be tracking down more about the ghost rumors. We're heading to a place called Boundwatch Camp. I also set my own marker to just make it easier for us to follow. To get there, you'll need to exit the city. You've got a couple options. You can either use the gate that you can find behind you, which is the closest one, or you can head out to the east side of the castle and use the gate there, which is a bit quicker, I guess, if you're trying to reach the destination faster. Once you're out of Brayville anyway, start moving toward the marker, whether it's your custom one or the quest's main marker. Eventually, you'll come to a point where you have to swim across a river. It's a bit of a swim, kind of far honestly, but like I said, taking the castle route maybe help you to save some time. Maybe using the east side is better actually, but I don't know. Anyway, don't bother fighting enemies or getting sidetracked, just focus on swimming across to the other side of the river, and once we're there, I'll tell you exactly what to do next. Here we are at the Boundwatch Camp. We've discovered the location, but you're not going to see the ghost right away. He doesn't appear until around 8 PM. You can either press T on your keyboard to wait or use the bed nearby. You can use them to pass time. Now keep in mind, there are enemies in this area, so they're just not going to let you spend time. And they're not going to let you chill. So my advice is take a quick look around, clear out any threats and find a safe spot where you can wait it out without being interrupted. For me, I had to wait around 10 hours in game, and once it hit about 8:30 of the PM, the ghost finally appeared. And there he is, the ghost we've been hearing about, showing up right on the shores of the Niben Bay. The game even gives you a message saying the ghostly figure of the fallen watchman has appeared on the shore of Niben Bay. Perhaps I should watch him for a bit and see what he does. If you try to talk to him, he's just going to ignore you. He won't say anything yet. What you actually need to do is wait for him a minute or two. Eventually he'll start walking. Once he does, we're going to follow him and I'll walk you through what happens next. As you can see, he finally starts moving. All you need to do here is just follow him. Yep, follow the ghost and see where he leads. You can be a little playful during this part, maybe test your bunny hop skills while you're following him. It's not like he's going to turn around and ask why you're bouncing all over the place. Now you don't have to worry too much about losing him. He'll mark on your map so you can always track where he's going, but still it's the best to stick close. While you're walking, take the opportunity to grab any resources or loot you find along the way. Might as well make the most of the trip. Here I'm just keeping an eye on him while exploring a bit myself. Also, if you're looking to level up some of your skills, now's the time. Jump around, run, whatever you want. You will encounter few enemies like a wolf or something, so I had to take it out. I'm using a blunt weapon in this video, not really my main weapon, but I'm working on leveling it up a bit. Anyway, I'm going to keep following him, and once we reach the spot he's heading to, I'll show you what to do next. Alright, after a pretty long trip and grabbing whatever resources I could along the way, we finally reach a spot where the ghost stops. He just stands there, staring toward the east side of the river. If you try to look and see what he's looking at, you won't spot anything obvious, so your best bet is to get closer to him. Once you do, he actually starts talking. He says his name is Grantham Blakely, and he asks you to release him. Sounds like his body might be stuck somewhere, right? At this point, it's a good idea to check your quest journal to see what's next. It says the ghost stopped its somber walk at a rocky outcropping jutting into Niben Bay. He identified himself as Grantham Blakely and simply said, "Look for me in the mouth of the Panther. Please release me." Then he turned back and looked out over the water, so yeah, he was definitely looking towards something important. The next step is to head back to Brayville and talk to Gil Gondren. We're not gonna waste time, we're just not gonna lose the night time. Alright, we're back in Brayville now. Let's head into the inn. Quick side note, sorry for earlier, I misread it as Silver Moon, but it's actually Silver Home Inn. Once you're inside, go find Gil Gondren and talk to him. Now you'll see two dialogue options. First, ask about the Fallen Watchman. He'll say Grantham Blakely doesn't ring a bell. No worries. Then ask him about the mouth of the Panther. That's the phrase that the ghost mentioned. Gil Gondren explains that sailors use that name for dangerous area at the delta where the Panther River meets Niben Bay. The spot's known for jagged rock formation sticking out like teeth, and it gets super foggy, which makes it risky for ships. If you ask him to mark it on your map, he'll do it. Just like that. So now we're good to go. Check your quest log again and it'll say Gil Gondren said that the mouth of the Panther refers to an old nautical term for the Panther River and the delta where it meets Niben Bay. He's marked the location on my map. I should head there to unravel Grantham cryptic message. This is perfect. Now that we have unlocked the fast travel point nearby, I'm heading out of the inn and teleporting over to see what happens next. Alright, here we are at 40 Irony, and this is where we need to swim across the river to reach the next objective. So yeah, time to dive in again. See you on the other side. Okay, now that we're across, we're looking for a wrecked ship. This ties into the whole mouth of the Panther things that Grantham mentioned. On your way there, you might run into a few enemies like this crop here. I'm just gonna take it out real quick. As you approach the wreck, you'll get the mouth of the Panther location discovery pop up. This ship is called the MMA and it looks like it's been stuck here for a long time. The game tells you to investigate, so let's get to it. Now to actually get inside the wreck, look for a gap in the hull. I will use my strongest weapon for this one, just in case. Once you're in, you'll immediately notice ghostly enemies. Yeah, look like the crew didn't exactly retire in peace. After taking down the first two ghosts, head through the wooden door. You'll find the logbook inside. Reading it reveals that there was a mutiny and 2 loyal crew members were imprisoned below deck. Classic cursed ship scenario. Next, head to the lower deck. There's not much in the mid deck, just a couple more ghosts. But once you're down in the lower deck, you'll meet the real threat, Gabriel the Traitor. He's your main boss for this part of the quest. Take him out and grab the key he drops. Use it to unlock a door in the lower deck. This is Grantham Blakely, buddy. Use the key to free him. Once you unlock the shackles, Grantham spirits appear and thank you for setting him free. He tells you to find his hidden treasure, and just behind his remains, you'll find the treasure map. And here's the great part. The map automatically marks the location of the treasure on your world map, so no guessing games needed. Before you leave the ship, you might want to check out the captain's quarter. There's another ghost up there you can take out, and you'll find a couple healing potions in a chest. Nothing major, but hey, free loot is a free loot. When you're ready to leave, just go back to the top deck and exit through the same gap you used to get in. And now it's time to grab the treasure. On your way, you might spot some valuable plants. Make sure to grab them, always handy to have. Keep heading toward the marker spot until you reach Black Dog Camp. You'll find a couple of bandits there. Take them out to make things easier. One of the bandits might drop a Durant battle axe, which I think is tied to a different side quest, so keep that in mind if you're collecting quest items. I'm not actually sure about that one, but I remember I talked to an NPC and he was mentioning a battle axe or something. Head down toward the river near the camp, dive into the water and swim toward the rocks. You'll see the treasure discovered promote once you're close. It's easy to miss, so don't confuse it with the tiny chest nearby. That's not the real one. The actual treasure chest contains 510 golds, some gems, rings, and a random enchanted weapon. Sometimes it's a sword, sometimes a hammer, maybe even an axe. Depends on your luck actually. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this ghostly side quest. It's definitely one of the cooler ones in the game. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment down below telling me what your favorite side quest is. Thanks for watching, much love, and peace out.